Okay, hello, my name is Jessie Carroll, to be exact. Please just do okay, anyways, so this is my testimony. I didn't grow up in church. I didn't know the Lord at all. I grew up not seeing my mom a lot. I haven't seen her since I was 7, and I grew up with my dad, and he was not a good man. He basically showed me how to be a drug dealer and to do things that no child should ever have to know how to do. And so I was drinking at the age of 10 and smoking weed at the age of 12, and it just got worse from there. I did every drug you can possibly think of before I ever turned 18. And got put in foster care for a while. And just kind of, I don't know, like I hated everyone. And like my life was nothing, and no one was ever there to protect me. And so I left after my dad got my sister and I back from foster care. We came to Florida when I was 16. And you can get crazy drugs in Florida that you can't get where we were. And so I just got worse, and I don't even know how I met half the people that I met. But I just was selling drugs and dropped out of high school and just didn't care about life. And I took my little sister with a 33-year-old man and ran away to Mississippi for close to 3 months. And when the cops found us, we were put in jail for 3 days. And then my grandmother came with my dad to get me. And I remember when my dad showed up, like, the police officers were so mad because they could tell that this was a man that did not care about his child at all. And, like, it didn't matter. Like, I was just like, okay, whatever, let's go back. But my grandmother cared. She was worried and loved us so much, and I was so bad and mean to her, and I just hated everyone. It didn't matter who you were. And so my grandmother said that if I didn't go to church with her, she was just going to put me back in jail. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go to church. I was like, I know how to meet people who do the same things I do, even if they are in church. And so we started going to different churches, and we stopped at this non-denominational church. And I was not looking for the Lord at all. I didn't care about Him, and if He cared about me, I didn't know it. But we went to this church, and God began to just change my life. Like, it's true what He says in His Word when He says that His Word does not return void, because His Word was spoken into my life, and He was changing me, and I did not even know it. Like, soon, like, I didn't even have the desires, like, to go and do a whole bunch of drugs and go out and drink, and like these desires started to be taken from me, and I was like, well, this is really weird. And like I didn't know what to think, and I was just like, okay. And I was just like, well, you know, I'll just keep going because I don't care. And I was just like, all of a sudden, like, people were, like, I walked in there when I first got there, people were like raising their hands, praise God, and I'm like, what are these people are crazy? And they're hugging each other and loving up on each other, and I'm like, stay away from me. I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't want that. And like the Lord was like, I love you. And he showed me through His perfect word and through the love of others that despite everything I am and was, He wanted me. And I had never felt love until I felt his love. When he told me that he would always love me despite everything that I was, and that I would never know a love like his. And so I walked over, and like my sister grabbed my hand. She doesn't even remember grabbing my hand, but we walk over to the altar, and she's giving her life to the Lord and just crying. And I'm just standing there with like no tears, just doing the best thing that I will ever do with my life, which is surrender it to him. And then I remember walking out and sitting in my grandmother's truck and asking her, what's wrong with me? I'm like, I'm doing the best thing that I will ever do in my life, and I can't shed one tear. And my heart was so hard and broken and hurt by everyone that should have protected me all of my life. But the second I said that, the Lord just broke me. And I just started crying and laughing and just praising God. And my life was never the same. And he just completely changed my life, and he's given me a love for people that I never had, and now I know him, I know his love, I know his presence, and I know that he loves us more than we can ever imagine, because he's given me a love for you that I don't even know, or can't even understand. So, my life is completely different. And I'm living a life that I pray glorifies him daily. And I hope I continue to do that. And I cannot wait to be with him in eternity. That's my life.